Hey guys, it's Slumming Rush. Typically, when I feature replays, it's because I think the person played very well, and I want to try to show you why I think the person played well. In this replay, I got sent to it by someone I mentor. His name's T-Rex, and he is the most aggressive player I have ever seen. All he does is brawl in his Leopard 1. And I wanted to show you this replay because it's both hilarious, full of mistakes, and he also plays really well. Like, the tempo of this game is very entertaining. So here we are. We're on Murovanka. He's in his Leopard 1, and this is an all-tier 10 game. So the enemy team, looking at their lineup, you should always do this whenever you get into a game, full of mediums. Now, mediums go to the 9 line on this map. T-Rex is going to the 9 line. You know, if you were trying to predict where T-Rex would bring his Leopard 1 and you were on the enemy team, you would say 9 line, basically. Now, he's going to this side of the map. If you look behind him, which he doesn't do, I'm going to point out, he's got a lot of support, and this is a good thing. You know, if he did look behind him, he would feel comfortable going to the side of the map. You know, and looking at the map, this is justified right here. So he's coming over to this side, and typically what I would teach on a map like this is you want to take this ridge right here. What that gives you is early shots, and he does this in a way that I've never seen before. He drives right up to here, and he's able to put a quick shot into a bat shot going to this hill right here. Now, T-Rex makes a play that I would never advise. He moves himself to start playing the 8 line. Now, there's huge strategical disadvantages to playing on the 8 line right here. He's going to not face any of them. You can see what he does is he just YOLOs around in the same way a yellow player would YOLO like a purple who's a one-shot, basically. He drives down the 8 line. He comes here. And what happens on this map is as you drive down this map, I'm going to pause it because a shitload's about to happen. You open yourself up to arty. Really easy arty fire if you're in this type of position. And TDs sitting at the back, of which they have an FV183 and an STRV, would typically kill you from H8. So if you were to take this position in a Leopard 1, you should expect to get one shot by a 183. If you do and you're surprised, it's your fault. You're an idiot. So what he does is he gets here, and another reason you wouldn't want to take a position like this is because normally there's going to be a lot of mediums right here, and you can expect that you get YOLO. Now, Batshot's going to make the same play that T-Rex is going to make, and T-Rex gets YOLO'd by an autoloader right here. Batshot pops into the open, and the Batshot gets wrecked by a 60 TP, effectively a tank destroyer, who could also have been in A7, and, you know, he dies for making the same play that T-Rex has made. So he gets clicked, great. T-Rex goes and makes the same play again, and he pokes around this corner, and he's going to put a shot into this 62A. I think this is actually, so even though I don't like the position, the brawling play here is really smart. 62A's got 320 alpha, T-Rex has 420, so he's got 25% more, maybe 24, doesn't matter. And he's able to put shots into this guy who's getting stunned, who's falling back, he has gun depression issues. I think on the whole, this is a very reasonable brawling play to make in a Leopard 1 if you discount the fact that he should die to a 183 and an STRV right here. Now, STRV gets spotted on G1, fine. T-Rex is in a position where he just realizes that there's a UDES to his right here. So he falls back, not sure why. I think this is ultimately the right idea. He comes to this corner, he's able to put a shot towards the TPP, missed his shot. He's actually really good at aiming. You'll see throughout the game. He just misled that one right there. It's whatever. It could have been 420 damage, but ultimately this play, as the enemy team pushes through this angle right here, is really good. Now, T-Rex turns around. He notices that there's a Super Conqueror YOLOing across the open. Watch this shot right here. He hits the drive wheel of this guy. This is a shot that I would never be confident enough to take. He hits the drive wheel of Super Conqueror. Great job. And right here, the Super Conqueror is looking. So I think this is a mistake. He could very easily fall back, let the Super Conqueror shoot, and then hit him again. He actually pulls out again, and really, I think he should normally get hit by the Super Conqueror right here. He doesn't. Very lucky, really good for him. He's now got, you know, 1200 HP, and already fires behind him, luckily missing T-Rex right there. So he pushes up into an E5. I've already said why this is a bad idea, but at this point, if you look at the map, there's nothing suppressing this UDES right here. So you might expect this UDES to get dark, fall back to somewhere over here, and start dealing with T-Rex. You know, I think this is a bit of a risky play because he risks getting shot by the UDES and then becoming a one-shottable for Artie. So it's whatever. He looks over to the UDES. Great job. I'm really glad he noticed that. I think that's phenomenal. And he sees the UDES isn't an issue, and so he makes the tactical judgment, not one that I would make, to put another shot into this E5. UDES puts a shot into him. Fine. You know, he knew the information and he made the decision to take the risk, and it didn't pay off. So I think this, I'm not going to call that a mistake right there. The mistake was coming to this side in the first place. He gets shot by the UDES, and he's fallen back to this point, hoping he's not going to get hit by the UDES again. Right here, Artie just misses. The Artie player's missing a lot of shots right here, and he gets hit by the UDES again. At this point, he makes the play of the game. Most players Upon getting shot by Yudez and becoming a one-shot to the E5 would not cross like this. This is the play of the game, because if T-Rex had stayed on this corner, he would get farmed and die to the Yudez. And you can see, you know, if he were to stop, he'd actually probably die to the E5 right here. So he continues his cross despite being a one-shot. He takes the gamble. The E5 is not fast enough to land a shot. And then he proceeds to make, like, the second dumbest play of the game right here. He's got 250 HP, and look at this positioning. He comes down here, puts a very aggressive shot into the 430, and watch this shit. So there's a couple things I need to talk about, because I do mentor this guy, really want him to become a better player. So at this point in time, if you watch T-Rex's camera angle, he's going to zoom in right here. Now this is tunnel vision, because what's happening is if you're zoomed in ×4, like he is at this point, you can see two tanks. You can see an Object 140 and a 430U. Watch what happens when you zoom out just a bit. You see a 62A. Now watch this guy play, because T-Rex, he's fully zoomed in at this point. He doesn't see any of this happening. If you watch the 62A, he's busy focusing down this Object 430U. 62A should have killed him right here. This guy sees like a roughly blue Leopard 1, and he's YOLOing the one shot, and T-Rex is so lucky that the 62A misses his shot. He doesn't notice the 62A at all. The 62A goes and rams him, and this is where he makes a really good brawling decision. He falls back to the left because he's got a bat shot to his right. This is allowing the bat shot to shoot the 62A and kind of making it possible for the bat shot to help him right here. Most people wouldn't do this. They'd try to fall back into safety. You can see T-Rex makes the right play. He gives the bat shot a shot, and unfortunately the bat shot wasn't loaded, but T-Rex is able to get the kill, luckily. Now, T-Rex makes the exact same mistake he just made, in my opinion. He really shouldn't be here. The Object 140 gets a kill. You know, by now, this 140 is going to be reloaded, so he should be able to kill T-Rex. I believe he misses. There you go. He misses his shot. And, well, T-Rex is very lucky to be alive at this point. He pokes back again because he's fucking aggressive. He gets his third kill of the game. Finishes off the 140, and this is going to be another mistake he makes. Like, T-Rex is such an aggressive player. You can see it in his spotting damage. He's done 3,700 so far, and I think he makes another mistake right here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it. Look at the map right here. At this point in time, there's a 183 who's unlit. They also have a Yudez who hasn't been spotted for a bit, I believe. Basically, poking up like this is really dumb. It's not a good idea, because what's going to happen is Artie and everyone's going to be looking at this flank, and when you drive up like this, you make it really easy for anyone back here to have shots on you, and you also give this Yudez, if he's here, really easy shots on you. And so T-Rex pokes up like this to get a shot on the E5. It's very lucky he doesn't get shot right here. Puts a tracking shot into the E5. Great job. It's going to increase his assisted damage. And he decides to stay out here. Like, for the reasons I already said, he should be dead in this instance. The Yudez, the 183, well, the 183 actually just got lit. But, you know, at this point, someone should kill T-Rex. So it is what it is. Now, T-Rex is going to push in. I think his tempo is really strong. Would be a lot better in an Object 430U, but whatever. Pushes in. You can see the Progetto's been unspotted all game, and so, you know, with the Progetto being unspotted, you would have predicted him to have killed Xavier, but, sorry, T-Rex. And at this point in time, you can see the guy's AFK. So T-Rex puts a shot into him, goes for the track, doesn't get it. I think it was a good decision to try to go for the track. That could have been 1,800 assists or so. Now he's going to push in, and at this point, he decides to stop right here. Now, this is a really good idea. Most people won't stop in this position, but he did it in a weird way. He's looking through the window. You want to make sure that this STRV right here doesn't kill you. You know, he should be a bit farther back. He should be back here so the STRV can't shoot him, but it is what it is. He's now unspotted, so he's going to push in, and I think this is great. The tempo, despite being a one-shot, and the bravery, most players will not do this if they're this low on HP, but ultimately this is the right idea. He's pushing in, he's taking a gamble to just get more damage when the game is won. He's not going to throw the game if he dies, so he's just being aggressive, trying to get more damage. He puts a shot into the Leopard 1, who's in the open. He also gets the track. This is going to give him more assist. You can see these shots, he's really, really good at aiming. He's even better than I am. So puts another shot into the Leopard 1. That's great. And as he pushes into the end, the reason I'm not stopping the replay here is because I actually want to show you a couple ways he approaches this that I think are really strong. Okay, so the primary thing he does is normally when people drive over here, they don't go to the left like he is right here. This is the right thing to do. I would normally go to the right here, and you can see T-Rex comes to the left side of this mount. This gives him safe shots on the STRV, and at the same time, it keeps him safe from the 183 and the E100. You know, if I had gone to where if he had gone, let me just pause it because this is hectic. If he had gone to where the STB1 is and tried to get shots in the STRV, the 183 might have shots in him, and so might the E100. So this is a really good angle of approach, and all he has to do if he wants to shoot at this 183 is just drive forwards a bit. And he decides not to shoot the 183 and he shoots at the 100 instead. And by playing where he is, you know, if he had started off where the STB1 is or the WZ is, the 183 could potentially hit this WZ right here. And so by coming to the low ground like this, he's isolating the E100, he's preventing the 183 from helping him, and he's able to get free shots into this E100. Now, this E100 turns his turret to try to get the kill on Tanganosaurus Rex right here, presumably. He's able to kill him beforehand, and once again, he's aggressive. Most people I mentor will not do this. He's driving straight into the 183 despite being a one-shot, and watch this. He's a one-shot, like he's 75 HP, and he just auto-aims the 183 and drives into him. I think this is the perfect play. This is exactly what, you know, I or Skill or anyone would do in this situation. Maybe you wouldn't sit in front of a 183 like this, but the YOLOing to get one extra shot of damage, really good job, turns a 5700 damage game into a 6200 damage game. So let's go take a look at the end plates, and we'll go from there. Alright, so hell of an entertaining game. I really like showing replays like this because you get to see the freaking mistakes that people make, notably the 8-line play. It still worked out for him. He got a Mastery Badge, High Caliber, and a Confederate. 107,000 credits, 4,500 spotting. So if you look at the XP, he did 1442 base XP. A lot of that's just coming from his aggressive playstyle and the fact that he was able to make it work. You know, and the 6,200 damage obviously is going to be there, but it wouldn't have been a Mastery Badge if he hadn't been this aggressive, and just in 6,200 damage from the back. So 4,500 spotting and 6,000 damage is going to give him about 10,600 combined. He said it was his highest combined damage ever. Fucking amazing. 24 shots fired, 22 of them hit, 17 of them penned. That's going to happen when you're taking close range quick shots at people, and he missed one shot like the TVP. I thought that was a bit of a mistake, but whatever. From here, he did 7k credits, which is fine. It's a Leopard 1 tier 10. It's always good to be making a profit when you're playing these things. And really, there's nothing else that's notable about the end plates. One thing I do want to mention is if you're interested in taking private lessons with me, just like T-Rex does here, send me an email at lemmingrushmentoring@gmail.com. I can send you kind of the FAQ that I send out to people. It's a description of the mentoring sessions with all the details. And if you're interested after seeing that FAQ, we can proceed from there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button, and I hope to see you around. Later, guys. Bye.